Hello. So, I just kind of wanna talk, I guess. It's been a long time since I've posted on here, and, I've been kind of wanting to start vlogging again. I don't know why my chair's moving. I don't know why it's doing that. Probably don't recognise my background, and probably do recognise the cat, if you can hear her. So, I'm in my new house that I just moved into a few days ago, and how's it going, you ask? Well, couldn't be better. Except that was a fucking lie. Oh. Okay, so if you watch my ASMR channel, I did fucking hell. I did upload a life update video which was basically explaining some of what I've been going through with this place, because it's just been complete hell. These last few months have been the worst of my life, pretty much. I mean, maybe not like the worst of the worst, but like, in recent times it's been the fucking worst, because, you could say that my last relationship had some darker moments than this, but oh my god, I just can't do it anymore. It's hard to even find the words to like describe what is actually going on with me, because it's just so painful. Like, so basically a TLDR is that I've been wanting to move for a really long time, and just trying to find somewhere to live on the rental market has been an absolute nightmare. Like, most places, they don't even allow pets, so it's just like you just fall at the first hurdle, because I have 3 cats, can't hide the fact that I have them, so there's no point in lying about it. So it was complete hell. We finally looked at this place and was like, this is good enough for what we want. I don't want to be in that place anymore. And I was in a court case against my landlord. It was really awkward. He's a private landlord. It wasn't through an agency, so it's like every time there's a problem I had to directly contact him, and I just didn't want to have that stress anymore of him being my landlord after all that happened. And honestly, I didn't even plan to stay in that place as long as I did. I was there for almost 5 years, and it's just pretty shit. Hated the neighbours on one side, like it was a mid-terraced house, had neighbours on both sides. Neighbours on the left were good. I loved them. Neighbours on the right? No. So I just wanted to get away from that place. And we finally found somewhere, albeit it's a bit more expensive, but it has an extra bedroom and it's in general just a lot bigger, which I need quite a big space for what I do at home for my work. So yeah, we just, we had a little look around and thought, yeah, this is good enough. And oh boy, were we in for a surprise. Though I'm saying we, I mean John, my boyfriend, who I've been with him for 4 years. Jesus Christ, 4 years. No? Can I do even maths anymore? We're in 2024, and it was The end of 2018. Yeah, that's 4 years. Oh. Like, my brain is so jumbled right now. I just don't know anything anymore. I look like shit. It reflects in the way I feel. Sorry, my hair has been like in the worst state it's ever been in the past few months, which I imagine it must be due to the amount of stress I've experienced, because my hair has never been like so bad. Even when I used to like dye my hair all the time, I don't dye it very much nowadays. It's been absolutely horrific, and mostly it's just the fact that it's like, what the fuck is this, man? Like, how do I even fix that? Like, anytime, like, no matter what products I use, what I try to put on my hair, try to smooth it down with a serum, doesn't work. Doesn't work. Just doesn't work. And like, that's something that's really fucking affecting my self-esteem as well. Like, every time I go out in public, I'm doing this all the time with my hair. I'm always just like, oh my god, is my hair sticking up? Can people see my hair sticking up? Like, people are gonna think like, oh my god, like her hair's like so shit, and I'm just doing this, and I'm just doing this, and I do it when I record as well. I'm always touching my hair, and I'm just sorry, okay? I'm just sorry, I'm just explaining it. And as you can see, I'm getting worked up about it, because that's what it does to me. Eyebrows aren't doing very good right now either. Yeah, so I've barely even spoke about what's actually going on, but so yeah, we got the keys before we actually could move all of our stuff in, so we were just moving things in bit by bit. But the day that we got the keys, we came in and noticed there was a lot of things wrong with the place, to put it lightly, that we didn't notice when we first viewed it. Because it's like, you don't extensively, like, meticulously look at everything. Like, for example, the inside of the oven was really dirty. Who opens an oven when they look around a house, right? They had actually like redone the carpet in here, but look, they left a bunch of carpet in the corner, which wasn't there when we looked at it. The kitchen light was buzzing. There was a wardrobe that they had to remove in one of the rooms, and after they had to remove the wardrobe, behind it was just this pink fucking splodge of paint up the wall, like, so fucking random, right? But it's just like, okay, so yeah, definitely couldn't have seen that when we viewed it. There was an old mouldy fridge in the garage, which, yeah, we didn't even go out into the garden. Like, the guy didn't seem like he was bothered, and I thought, you know, it's a garage, whatever, I don't need to look inside it. But I guess just didn't think there would be shit left behind, because I thought, there are so many things that I just assumed that estate agents do, by the way, which apparently they don't, which apparently you have to tell them to do things. It's like, you can see these things are here, so why have you not made sure that it's fine before we move in? Like, for fuck's sake. Whatever. Like, it's just gotten a million times worse. I thought it was bad then, but it just got a million times fucking worse, because whatever. These are all things that could easily be fixed before we move in. Guess what? They didn't. About the only thing that they've actually done is replace the kitchen light. That's it. They have not done anything else. Oh yeah, and the fence in the back garden's broken as well, and actually had a guy come by to do it the other day, and then he was like, oh, it's not the right size, and I'm gonna have to get another quote and then sort it out again. So cool. Just brilliant, honestly. But it's gotten so much worse. We moved in on Saturday, it's Tuesday, and the toilet broke, the upstairs toilet. Now, it does have 2 toilets, so we do have the downstairs toilet, but I hate the downstairs toilet because it's fucking freezing in there. Like, there's no radiator in there, it's just freezing and feels kind of damp in there, because how do you even get heat in there realistically? I guess you can like leave the door open, but that don't really do much, because I've tried that. Yeah, if anybody has any suggestions on how that can... Oh, I just don't know, man. Whatever. So yeah, the upstairs toilet, like the cistern's not filling back up after you flush it. The bathroom drain is draining really slowly, so it's really hard to clean out the bath and get the dirt down the drain. And then the oven broke. The ignition on the oven is broken, and not just the oven, mind you. You need the ignition for the stove as well. So there's no oven, no stove, and do you realise how many things that, like, I can do without an oven, right? Because I have an air fryer, but certain things you need a stovetop. Stop. Can't talk anymore. You need the stovetop for. For example, making eggs. John has eggs for breakfast every morning. He can't do that now because you can only make eggs on the stove. Like cooking beef before putting it in the slow cooker, you know how you have to like brown beef mince before you do anything with it. You need a stovetop to do that. Like all of the things that I like normally make for dinner, I need to like use the stovetop or the oven. It's like macaroni cheese, need to put that in the oven. Like, And I tried to contact my property manager about this yesterday. Was completely just fobbed off on the phone by some dickhead fucking guy that didn't give a shit. He didn't give a single shit about what was going on. He just did not care. I have no words, honestly. And she still didn't get back to me, and I ended up sending her an extremely angry email because I couldn't get through to her. I kept calling, and I was like, I need to talk to her. And he said, oh, the only thing I can do is request a call back. Well, she's not fucking doing it. I cannot even speak to her. Why is she the only person I can speak to about this? It's just completely disgusting. Like, and then today, nothing. Call up again. Nothing. Like, again, a nicer woman answered this time and was like, oh yeah, you know, she's not going to be off the phone anytime soon, but I can, you know, get her to call you back. Didn't call me back. And then I spoke to a manager who was like, oh, you know, we can try and chase up some of these contractors for you and whatever, and I will send an email to her and get her to call you tomorrow. And just, oh my god, it's just like I'm going in fucking circles. It's actually ridiculous. And actually I did just get a text from a plumber that said he can come Monday to sort out like the toilet and the bath. It's like, oh great, so I've got almost another fucking week of that shit not working properly. I don't know what's gonna go on with that oven, because I can't keep like living without the like I said, I could probably do without the oven, right? But the stove, need the stove. And I know I could just like maybe go and buy like a hot plate or something, but why should I have to waste my fucking money on something that I won't even use again once that shit's fixed? Like, is it really worth it for me to just go out and spend my fucking money on one of those stovetop things to then it become completely worthless once I again have a stove? It just seems really wasteful to me, like a waste of money and a waste of just buying one in the first place. Got a family living next door, by the way, a screaming child, which is always nice to get woken up at 9 in the morning by a screaming child. And just, yeah, having a really great time. Weirdly enough, actually, I actually slept through the night last night, whereas the first 2 nights were absolutely horrendous. I heard everything. I heard all the traffic going past outside, woken up by the fucking bin men yesterday. I can't do it anymore. Like, it was stressful enough, like uprooting everything and moving. Like, moving's one of the most stressful things you can do. I had accumulated so much stuff. I have so much stuff, and I had to get rid of a fuck ton of it. Luckily my dad actually helped us move, otherwise we probably would have been fucked, wouldn't have been able to afford like a removal company. But since moving in here, it's just been a fucking dismal experience. Like, I have no will or motivation to even like unpack my stuff, so a lot of it is actually still in boxes right now. Can't describe how angry I am at them. Like, well, another thing I didn't mention, the floor's leaking in the kitchen. And in fact, why don't I just show you? Because why the fuck not? Oh yeah, and like, that's the thing. Did you see that? Random tape on the ceiling, don't know what the fuck that is, don't know why it's there. Ask them to do something about that, they fucking haven't. Okay, I'm going in the kitchen. Right. What the fuck is that? Are you... So when you stand on it, it's just... What the fuck is going on? And then because of that, right, it's... I've wiped up, like, a lot of it, but it's just random water everywhere. And because of that, there's bugs. And mind you, they're harmless bugs, right? They're wood lice. They call them like pill bugs, I think, in America. We call them wood lice. You know, a wood louse, wood lice being the plural. I can't do like a house tour because it's just a fucking disaster right now. I can show you a cat. This is Taz. Taz, how you doing? Cat cam. Yeah, they've been sort of struggling to adjust because, you know, it's difficult. Babby's moved around a lot, so she's like not too bad, but Taz and Kyle have not. So it's been a struggle for them to adjust to it. But it's like, come on, man. It just feels like everything I go to use is just fucking breaking. And yeah, upstairs in that room that has like the pink shit on the wall, the door also doesn't close. Like, and John needs to close it because he wants to keep the cats out of it. So right now he's having to just put something in the way of the door so that they can't get in. And and the kitchen door is also scraping the floor because there's a bit of floor that's like raised where the door like closes, and it's scraping on it when I close the door, which again, I want to close the kitchen door at night to keep the cats out so that they don't go on the sides. Just trying to think if there's anything else that I've forgotten, but it seems like all of like the things that are quite fucking necessary just breaking. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. Like, this has been the worst moving experience of my life. I've lived in like 4 different rented places and I have never had this shit happen. Hardly anything ever went wrong in my last place. I lived there for almost 5 years and there wasn't even that many things that went wrong. But yeah, in the space of 2 days, like fucking 5 things have just gone wrong. And what I got told actually by the estate agents is that apparently the tenants that lived here before owe the landlord a lot of money. So basically they fucking destroyed this place. And when I was speaking to the woman earlier, like this manager woman earlier on the phone, I was like, did you not make sure that this was like livable for a tenant to move in? She's like, oh, we can only really do like visual checks, like we can't like test anything or whatever. So I'm just like, oh yeah, it looks fine, so I guess it must be fine. But it's like, so all these just underlying problems can be hiding, and then you move in and then it all just starts cascading like a fucking domino effect. And I've just been so stressed, like trying to like when I was cleaning out the house and trying to pack up all my stuff, like that was one of the most stressful things for me. Like I don't do well with things like that, and dealing with change as well, even though it's a much needed change, you know. I wanted this to be my fresh start and just, you know, be like, I guess not happy, because I don't think I'll ever really be happy, but like just at least content with where I'm at, and making sure that the place doesn't get overly cluttered, overly dirty. Like I've struggled all my life with keeping things clean and keeping on top of things, and I thought if I can just do that from the get-go in this place, I'll never have it build up and get to a place where it's unmanageable like it was in the last house. Like I was just terrible, just fucking terrible in the last place, and I wanted to just leave it all behind and start again. But you know, like when you have like mental health issues, it can be really hard to stay on top of things. And once I lose control of something, I can't even like bear to do it anymore. You know how you just become like blind to like messes and things, and like that's a lot of what I was like there. And I'm, you know, it's going to be really hard for me to change like an entire life habit, you know what I mean? Like I've been like that all my life. I grew up in a very dirty, cluttered home, and I took that on with me when I then moved out. I feel like I wasn't too bad when I was like living with my ex. I wasn't like as bad, but in this last place I was in, I let it get really fucking bad. And I still have a lot of cleaning up to do to go back to the old house and do, and like I don't even want to go back there at all. Like every time I step into the house now without my stuff there, I just get like this extreme wave of anxiety, and I'm like, shouldn't be here. But like, you know, I still have to like clean it up and make sure it's like semi-presentable. I don't think I'm getting back my security deposit anyway, because the cats kind of fucked the carpets and stuff, so I don't really expect to get it back. But I didn't want to leave it like in a really bad way, even though like I could be like, oh yeah, fuck the landlord, I'll just make it as difficult as possible for him. But no, I'll do my due diligence or whatever, and that'll just have to be enough. Yeah, I've just had so many, like, I'm not a confrontational person, but when I get angry enough, I will be a fucking Karen. And honestly, I have just had to be a Karen on the phone with these fucking estate agents, because they are so fucking incompetent. It actually blows my mind how they can do that job. Like, they aren't doing their jobs properly. The fact that the inventory for the house was given after we were supposed to have like moved in, basically. We got it like almost a week after like the date we got the keys. And like, yeah, luckily we weren't moving in until the 3rd of February, but if we had, it wouldn't have been like acceptable. I just, like, the inventory is something you're supposed to do like before. I don't know. They completely fumbled it. They completely fucking fumbled it. And every time I tried to, like, resolve something, they've just been dicks. Like, acting as if somehow it could be my responsibility. Oh man, when a guy said that to me on the phone, I was like, are you fucking kidding me right now? Like, estate agents, I don't know if it's just a specific one, is fucking atrocious, but my god. Just how? And then on top of that, had a problem with had to get a new washing machine, went to Curry's to get it, wasn't there, and then I had to wait in a queue for half an hour, like, because I went there later on because John was supposed to pick it up. When John went, they didn't have it. I go there, wait in a 30-minute queue just to speak to somebody about it, for then the guy to be like, oh, it is here. And then I can't fit it in my car, so then John has to leave work early so he can go and pick it up and bring it. And it's like, what is going on with people? I can't even describe, like, the level of anger that I feel when it just feels like nobody gives a flying fuck that they have just completely, like, ruined your whole, like, plans for everything. Like, moving's fucking stressful. When things don't go well, it just adds so much shit on top of what you're already experiencing. And then missed the fridge delivery as well. This was on Friday. I missed the fridge delivery because they didn't turn up at the time that they said they were coming. And then they blamed me for it, and the guy was a dick on the phone to me again. I was literally hysterically crying. Like, I'm just so at the end of my tether that every little thing that goes wrong, I can't take it. It makes me just snap. I've just been snapping on repeat. I have nothing left at all. I don't cope with stress well as it is, and when it goes over a certain level, I cannot cope anymore. And I just can't cope. I haven't been coping. I've literally been suicidal over this. And when I speak about it, it doesn't even sound that bad. But it's like, I can't tell you every little detail. I cannot tell you every little detail about everything that's happened. I'm just trying to give you the general idea of what's going on, but, like, it's deeper than what I've explained. I can't, like I said, I can't, like, go and hyper explain every single little detail because I'll be here all fucking day trying to tell you. Like, this has already been a really long video. The life update was a really long video. This is honestly just more of, like, a way that I can rant and get my fucking feelings out there, because it's like a video diary, vlogging, you know. That's always what it was for me. Very reminiscent of my old vlogs, and you haven't seen me vlog in a really fucking long time. But are things going better for me? Have they gone bad? No. I'm just as fucking miserable as I was, like, 5, 6, 7 years ago. I don't know. Things have never improved. I'm so tired. I'm so done. I don't get what the point is. What is the point of me bothering with all this bullshit? Because everything is just blow after blow. Like, these past few months, it's been blow after blow. I've been physically ill multiple fucking times. Like, everything just seems to be against me. Like, after I finally thought I'd had a win in getting this place, kicked right back in the fucking face again with a million other things. It's like, wow, we finally found a place to live out of, like, 3 months of fucking trying to find somewhere on the disgustingly overpriced rental market. Had to pay a year's rent up front just to secure the place because we knew we wouldn't get accepted otherwise. And now here we are, and it's just problem after problem, blow after blow, like, other shit that's also happened in my personal life, just kicked in the teeth on fucking repeat. Like, please, can somebody just make it fucking stop? Like, because it's really, really not giving me the will to bother trying anymore. Because what is the point when it's just shit? I just don't think I'll ever be happy or ever be content or ever be in a place where I can just feel okay with my life. Like, doing a degree and thought, oh, maybe when I get my career will be good, and now I have no fucking hope for that now either. I'm like, am I even going to finish the degree, like, in the first place? And then I can't hold down a normal job. I'm just such a fucking waste of a person. I have too many fucking mental issues that get in the way, like, and also the fact that I sleep at abnormal times is a huge fucking problem now as well, because it's like now there's going to be a million people coming in trying to fix all this shit in the house, and I'm like, you're not coming in the morning because I'm sleeping, and I should have the right to do that. No, I should have the right to go to bed when the fuck I want and sleep when the fuck I want and not to be disturbed by people. Am I crazy in saying that? Why would I wake up in the morning if I don't have to? People out there, like, if you have a job in the morning, right? Yeah, because you need to wake up to go to the job. I work from home. I can choose when I want to work. So I do. Why should I have to wake up in the morning just so I can be some weird part of society that I can appease society? You know what I mean? Because I've been like shunned for that before. I don't even know if that's the right word, but like, or like people have like beaten me down for it, and it's like, dude, if you didn't have to wake up in the morning, would you? What, should I have to sacrifice my sleep and wake up after like 3 or 4 hours of sleeping just to let some fucking person into my house and then have to them do a bunch of noisy shit so then I can't even go back to sleep and just having to sit there while they do it? It's not happening. And I don't want to come across as me being like entitled or anything, right? But it's just that this shit should have been done. Like, most of this just should have been done, so I shouldn't even have to deal with it. Or it's like, oh, I'm not just gonna leave my house in the morning so they can come in and do it. Like, I'm living here now and I'm living how I want to live. Like, I've never been a morning person. Like, I might have to be when I have a certain job, but like, I want to sleep when I want to sleep, and I have the right to not be fucking disturbed by people. Surely? Right? Like, I don't know. This is just going to be really hell to coordinate this stuff now. No matter how hard I try, also, like, when I try to fix my sleep schedule, it just slips back to what it was before. Like, something always ends up happening that causes me, like, insomnia, which, you know, stress is a big one of those. And then it just slips back again. I've tried. I've really fucking tried. Like, I try so hard to be a person that, like, somewhat fits in to society and can be like, oh, you know, I'm somewhat of a normal human being, but it doesn't happen. I don't function like a normal person. No one gets it. No one cares. Because I'm just not what they want me to be. And I never will be. I appear as if I function because you can't notice easily that I am different. I feel like a fucking alien always. Like, nobody gets it. Don't fit in anywhere. Like, I went out week before last, I think it was, met some new people, women to be exact, and felt like a complete different species to the shit they were talking about. I disagreed with most of the things they said. I like didn't want to be there. Like I wanted to be there with like my mum and my sister, but there was just like some of their friends and didn't vibe with them at all. And it made me just once again reaffirm the fact I do not fit in, especially not with women, because every time I'm in an environment with women, I don't relate to them on like anything. I don't have anything in common with them. Just even like talk about like getting like fillers and things like that, and I extremely disagree with that. I hate cosmetic procedures. Like if you want to get, you know, if you're getting a cosmetic procedure like your eyebrows like tattooed or something, whatever, you shit like that, but no, it's getting fucking Botox, fillers in your cheeks, fillers in your lips, fillers in your chin. Like why is that now just a thing that everybody's doing? It doesn't look good. I hate it. It's horrible to put yourself through that shit just so you can try and look better, but then you actually don't. So I extremely disagreed about that. Also, I don't drink. And everyone's like, yeah, love alcohol, love doing shots. I'm just, oh God, no. I hate it. I mean, you can say that it's my fault for putting myself in that environment, but like normally when I go out with my mum and sister, it's fine. Like we go out and we do karaoke, they can have some drinks, that's cool, whatever, fine by me. But when people overdo it, no, that really just, it just does me in. I don't know. When you're sober and you're around a bunch of drunk people, you're like, wow. This is something. Sorry, that was a tangent. I'm just trying to describe to you that like don't be surprised if God, I say this. I don't have the balls to kill myself. So actually you don't have to worry about that. There's too many problems with why I won't do that. So I won't. But like I don't know what to do to continue living in this fucking miserable state and never feeling like I'm gonna be a person that's worthy of being in this world and in this society. Just like people online, like you'll see this and you might relate to me, you might understand, you might get it, but in like the real world, nobody does. Nobody gets me, nobody cares, nobody sees all of like the bullshit struggles that I go through. They'll just take everything at face value, because what else can they do, you know? They don't know me, so they don't know what I've been through. But it's like barely anybody has any fucking compassion or empathy or sympathy, whatever you want to call it. They just don't care. All I am is just another broken person that slipped through the cracks. Tried getting help for my mental health. Everywhere I go is a dead end. So what's the point? I've just honestly just stopped trying. Yeah, I won't kill myself, but won't really live either. Not really living. Not really ever living. Existing. Still existing. I'll keep existing. Just thought you should know. And that's about it. So that's where I'm at, if you were wondering. Thanks for listening. If you listened this far, I can't imagine you did, because fucking hell, why would you listen to the absolutely insane ramblings of me at this point? I don't know why you would. So thanks and goodbye.